What's up guys, it's McNulty here and welcome to Adventure Bay. You can see we've got the lookout here where Ryder is situated at, and we have got the lighthouse where they can spy on Captain Turbot. Only kidding. It is here. We seriously have it. I can't believe it. The Mighty Pets has landed, and we have some brand new heroes in the portal. So of course we're going to have a look at them, see what they do, and give them a bit of a breakdown today. So I'm going to start a bit back to front. Normally I start with the 3 stars, but today I want to start with these 5 stars because I just love them. They're so nice and cute. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I mean, we've got 5 brand new 5-star heroes to break down in this portal. So we're going to go ahead and start with this guy, Toto. So Toto, he's part of the new Mighty Pets family, and he is of the Druid class. So he summons a little extra minion for himself. The family bonus for the Mighty Pet family is for 1 or more heroes. So for 1, 2, or 3 heroes. The minions summoned for this hero inherit an extra either 2%, 3%, or 4% attack, 2%, 3%, or 4% extra health, and the fiends, sorry, this is the second part, get negative or minus 2%, 3%, or 4% less max health, or minus 2%, 3%, or 4% less attack. So these heroes are quite interesting and unique because the family bonus focuses on both minions and fiends, and minions and fiends are definitely here to stay. So they are very relevant heroes. I do like that family bonus. I'm not sure how big of an impact it will actually be, but every little bit helps. So Toto is our first hero. He is of the nature, he's a nature hero. He just looks cute. I mean, honestly, these heroes are just, I mean, I know they're a little bit funny and they're dogs and cats and things like that, but they are super cute. And I think a lot of people just want to get them, just even if not for anything else, just for the cuteness factor. But don't get me wrong, these heroes are also pretty hardcore. So Toto, looking at his stats, he's got, oh wait, let's go for the passives first, sorry. So the Friend of the Familiars. So when any minion is summoned to any ally, and this passive, or these passives are the same for all of them, so we won't go through them every single time. But when any minion is summoned for him, he gains 5% health and 5% mana. And this effect can activate once per turn. That's a great passive. I mean, you can add 5% health and 5% mana every single time you summon a minion. So that I can see being extremely frustrating in practice. Then when a fiend was summoned to any enemy, the character deals 85% damage to all enemies. And this effect can activate once per turn as well. So that fiend damage, 85% to all enemies. We've seen a similar family bonus at 70% for the Morlovia family heroes. And I'm not sure if you've been using it or testing it out, but it can add some additional damage. There's also a similar family bonus for the June's family heroes of 70%. This is even higher at 85% damage when any fiend's summoned. So again, really good passives, great family bonus, interesting new mechanics, so definitely something we can all look forward to. Now moving on to Toto's stats. He's got 795 attack, 826 defense, and 1437 health. So he is defensively built for sure. The defense and the health stat are pretty good, pretty high, and his team power is at 835, so up there with the top echelon of heroes that we've got at the moment. His special skill is called Puppy Tails. Again, just super cute. I love it. Mana speed is slow. So obviously maybe a downside, we don't know yet. But at slow speed, Toto recovers 45% health for all allies. He summons a brown puppy minion for each ally with 35% HP and 55% attack. So pretty beefy minion with a pretty high attack. And that's inherited from the caster. All allies reduce all received damage from the attacks and special skills of the stronger element by minus 80% for 5 turns. So you definitely don't want to take a red team up against old Toto, because once he goes off, he's going to reduce all of that damage by 80%. So you're going to be hitting him like a fluffy feather duster. So yeah, Toto is definitely a good healer. He's got that minion bonus as well. All sorts of family bonuses going on. But from what I can see here, he is a pretty basic type of healer. So there may be a bit of a downside to him. I mean, aside from the fact that he's cute and he's got lots of other stuff going on. And the received damage from the specifically to the stronger element, I don't see that as being a huge threat. So I think that he might be an easy workaround. So yeah, I mean, sorry to be a downer straight off the bat, and I haven't looked at these heroes before, but I don't think Toto is going to be the greatest. I'd love him just for the way he looks, if nothing else. And, you know, please correct me if you feel I'm wrong, but not my favorite of the new bunch, I don't think. Well, we'll see. So moving on to the next hero in this group. And this guy I've seen floating around quite a bit. So we have Ferdinand, who's a 5-star holy hero of the cleric class, great class for healers. So we'll see if he does some healing as well. Again, he's got the same family bonus for the Mighty Pet family, the same passive for the familiars or the minions, as well, maybe we're calling them familiars now. And he's got the same Wrath of Pets for the fiends. Now, his stats, again, he's a defensively built hero, quite similar to Toto. He's got 782 attack, 828 defense, and 1462 on the health. So nice and built defensively so that he can definitely survive a little bit. So I'm not sure what kind of dog he is. Is that a Saint Bernard? I think I should probably know. But yeah, he just looks cool. I mean, he's got that cute little shield and like a barrel of, maybe that's water for when he gets thirsty. I mean, they do drool a lot, so probably that's what that is. Anyways, his special, this one's at average speed, so probably nicer for me than the first one so far. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. He cleanses status ailments from all allies. Cleansing at average speed is an excellent skill already. There are far too few healers that do that. And all allies then get 63% defense for 4 turns. So he's going to cleanse and he's going to just get you ready to take some of the biggest hits. So I like that. All allies also share received damage with each other for 4 turns, reminding me of like a Rigard and Wilbur cross so far. And then all allies reflect status ailments and negative stacks for 4 turns. Now that's an interesting one. And on top of that, all allies regenerate 732 HP over 4 turns. This guy is brilliant. Honestly, I think that he is combining 2 of probably my most favorite heroes in the game. Costume Regard with the cleanse and the health regeneration over 4 turns, and Wilbur with the increased defense for 4 turns and the shared damage, which is so effective in so many areas of the game. Titans, tournaments, that shared damage comes in so handy. Oh, sorry, it's not against the enemies. So Titans definitely, and in general play as well. It's gonna be pretty good. And then that reflection bit where they reflect the ailments and negative stacks. So yeah, he's gonna be a great protector of the team. I don't know whether you would put him in the tank position. Actually, yeah, I probably would, to be fair. I mean, he does seem like he'd be a pretty stocky tank. So yeah, I think Ferdinand definitely has a lot of usability. He's doing a lot of different things, all at average speed. And when you see a hero like this, this is what it's all about: getting creative with these heroes and finding heroes that you can put on your team that are just going to frustrate the hell out of anyone who attacks. So definitely an A+ hero for me. I like Ferdinand a lot. So without any further ado, let's go to the next hero. So I'm going to go through the 5 stars, and she looks cool. So this is Bubbles. Great name, by the way. Kind of like a sorcerer kitty. She is of the barbarian class, maybe a slight I don't know what the right word is, maybe slightly less good than some of the other classes. She gets the same pets family bonus and the same 2 passives, which we won't go over again. And her stats, now it looks like we might have an attacker in this kitty, Bubbles. She has 828 attack, pretty good attack stat, 788 defense, and 1437 health. So all of their healths are around or healths, HPs, whatever you want to say, they're all around the sort of 1400, 1450s sort of mark. Her special skill is Spectral Visions, and she's running at fast speed. So Bubbles deals 480% damage to the target, and the target gets minus 44 defense for 4 turns. So a sniper dealing a pretty good hit, similar to somebody like June, not quite as high as Liana, but target gets minus 44% defense for 4 turns. Now, I've read this before, but this is great. So the target automatically casts this shifting mindless attack on a random ally when mana is full at the start of a turn during 4 turns. So a 4-turn mindless attack is horrible. We've all had to deal with it. I think Kalervo is 4 turns. I don't have him, but I've faced him loads, and I think it's 4 turns. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this shifting mindless attack sort of gives a whole new dimension to the mindless attack, which is already one of the most annoying things in the game. So again, those cleansers that we spoke about earlier are going to come in very useful, because that's the best way to get rid of this mindless attack. So the mindless attack, when the effect is triggered, it shifts to the hit ally, and the duration of the mindless attack is refreshed. So the way the mindless attack works, as we all know, is when the mana gets full, if you manage to get it up to full mana over the 4 turns that this lasts for, that enemy is going to hit one of their enemies, or one of the other enemies, one of their teammates, put it that way. But now, with this shifting mindless attack, as soon as they hit their teammate, that teammate gets the mindless attack as well, and the duration's refreshed, so it resets. So that's another 4 turns worth of mindless attack. Honestly, I don't know how many times you're going to be able to fire these heroes off, but I think if you get it right, Bubbles could potentially have the whole team just casting mindless attack on each other for eternity. So I think that would be super interesting. I think the art is incredible on this one especially. I do love the way she looks. And yeah, I think that she's going to be definitely a top hero to go for. Fantastic special, and at fast speed. The only minor thing is that she's of the barbarian class, which, as you might know, is not one of my favorites. But otherwise, Bubbles is an absolute winner. So congrats if you did get her. Now, moving on to this guy. Hachiko. I think that's how you say his name. So Hachiko is of the monk class. He's a 5-star holy hero. Same family bonus, same passives. His attack stat is 838. Defense of 768, so slightly lower defense. And health 1452. Now Hachiko's special is the Strike of 1,000 Howls. I don't know what that's going to sound like. I was going to try and make a sound, but... So he deals 270% damage to all enemies at average speed, which is a pretty good hit. Hitting all enemies at average speed for that kind of damage already is insane. All allies then counter-attack with 80% of the damage received for 4 turns. So he's smacking everyone up and then daring them to hit back, and you've got that counter-attack in place. Now the counter-attack damage for this guy increases, or for everybody, sorry, increases by 20% each turn up to 140%. I'm not really sure if there are any other heroes with the counterattack that give it to all, except for, and sorry I'm just going to go out quickly, but I do have the costume for Oberkan, not quite leveled, but I just want to check if he does. No, oh wait, so no, for him it's the caster and nearby allies. He attacks all enemies, but only the caster and nearby allies counterattack. So I'm not sure if there's any other heroes in the 5-star classes, maybe Bennu from season 5, but this is quite a unique skill. So I think Hachiko, and sorry for messing everything up now, but I'll get back to him soon. I think Hachiko is a definite threat, and I think that he's going to be pretty hardcore with that counterattack for everyone, increasing up to 140%. They had to reduce Asmir's counterattack for the nearby enemies by 125 down to 115 or something like that. So hopefully he doesn't get nerfed. I think that is a pretty high counterattack, and I think it's going to be super annoying. So definitely bring a Dispel up against this guy if you're facing him, because not only do they counterattack, but all allies also get plus 50% critical chance for 4 turns. Absolute top contender, Hachiko. Cute as anything. Don't know what kind of dog that is. Shiba Inu, maybe? Somebody tell me if you know what dog that is. But yeah, he's going to be absolutely hard as nails, even though he doesn't really look it. And of the monk class, so again, he's going to be able to reflect status ailments. Really, really, really good. Now the last 5-star hero, let me just make sure. Yeah, so the last 5-star hero for this bunch is Chomper. Chomper is, I think, a guinea pig. And yeah, she looks cute too. She's of the Paladin class. I do like the Paladin class. You get the defense bonus, which is cool. And the family bonus and the passive she has as well. Her stat, she's got a pretty high defensive stat with a decent attack, 809, 821 defense, and 1421 health. Quite balanced, this one, I think, compared to some of the others. Now, her special skill is at average speed, and it's called Slice and Dice. So, Chomper deals 330% damage to the target and nearby, which is a really good size hit. She then heals every ally with 40% of the total damage dealt. So we've seen this with snipers. You've got the 5-star red hero from season 5, Sekhmet, I think it's called. And then you've also got the 4-star hero from season 5 in the dunes, where they heal for percentage of the damage dealt. With the snipers, I don't think it's as relative, but with a hit 3 hero, because you want to be hitting 3 heroes anyway, with Chomper, I think that heal is going to be absolutely relevant. And if that wasn't enough, the target and nearby enemies also receive 352 bleed damage over 4 turns. So that is, if you level up and add emblems, it's going to work out at probably well over 100 per turn. So that bleed damage is not going to be irrelevant. On top of the 330% she's already hit for, I think that Chomper is, I mean, yeah, you know I lack red heroes, but she's probably going to be my pick of the bunch. Either her or Bubbles or Ferdinand or Hachiko. I think they're all great. The only one I'm not sold on is this guy, Toto. I think he's there for a bit of backup, but otherwise I think the other 4-star heroes in this, the 5-star legendary heroes in this portal are absolutely fantastic. So good job, guys. If any of you manage to snag them on your pulls, then congratulations. I think that these are fantastic heroes. There's definitely going to be a lot of usability in the long term, which is what you want to see. Not just a hero that's a flash in the pan, one night wonder. These guys, I reckon they're here to stay. And I reckon they put some thought into these heroes. So let's move on to the 4 stars. So in the 4 stars, we've got 2 heroes. We have this little kitty called Cupcake, and Cupcake is of the rogue class, really good class. She gets that ability to dodge, and her stats, she's got 690 attack, 620 defense, and 1317 health. So pretty well balanced, good stats, good for a 4-star hero. Her special skill is Grand Heist, and it is at average speed, and she is going to steal the minions from the target. She deals 400% damage to the target, and the target can't receive new minions for 4 turns. So whoever she hits, she's going to take minions away if they have minions, so it's not always going to be relevant. If they don't have minions, she's still going to deal 400% damage to the target, and then she's going to leave it so that the target can't receive new minions for 4 turns. So if their allies summon minions, then they're just going to go without. Cupcake, sorry Cupcake, I'm not completely sold on you. You are cute, but not the best 4-star hero I've seen. So sorry about the short review, but yeah, these are quite a lot of heroes. So we're going to go on to probably my favorite of the bunch, and I'm sorry to be biased, but I just think that this is an easily accessible hero with a skill that nobody's able to access at this level before, at the 4-star level, and a lot more people are going to get the chance to play around with his with this skill, this mindless attack thing that we might not have had a chance to before. So Waddles is also of the fighter class, which is probably one of the best classes out of the fighter and the rogue. So he has the ability to revive. His stats 626, 699 and 1317. So he's got a good high defensive stat, which I do like. Most fast heroes usually have a lower defensive stat, and especially if they're an attacker, they also come with a lower defensive stat. So I'm happy to see a bit of a change here with Waddles. His special skill is the Spear of Loyalty, and it's at fast speed. So at fast speed, Waddles deals 365% damage to the target. Good, nice strong hit. Then the target casts Shifting Mindless Attack on a random ally while mana is full at the start of a turn during 3 turns. When the effect's triggered, it shifts to the hit ally and the duration's refreshed. So the same sort of mechanism as we see for Bubbles. His is for 3 turns, hers is for 4, but he's still given the same effect, and he's dealing damage to the target as well, and he's at fast speed. So he's just like a little bit of a watered down version of Bubbles, but he's still a great hero. So if you did pull him, consider yourself lucky. I think he is going to be absolutely amazing and super fun to play with. Not just in the tournaments, but also on your raid and your war attack team. So I'm really excited in seeing how Waddles performs. Now, really quickly, I'm just going to go over the 2 3-stars in the portal. Sorry if I don't give them as much attention, but I don't want to keep you guys around for too long. So we'll go with Ribbit. He deals, well, we won't go over the stats because his stats are pretty average. He is a frog with a beer. And he's super cool. I love the look of all of these heroes, but his special is Amphibian Sword Sting. He deals 250% damage to the target and nearby. Actually, that's really good. He reduces mana of the target and nearby by 15%. Again, really good. And the target and nearby receive 260 poison damage over 4 turns. Wow. So Ribbit is doing quite a lot for a 3-star hero. He's definitely brought his A game with that beer and that hat and that mini sword, which is actually quite big for him. But yeah, I like this hero a lot. I think at the 3-star level, he's going to be absolutely brilliant as well. And last but not least, or maybe he is, where is he? It's Rufus. So the old British bulldog with his woodcutter's axe. His special is at slow speed. He's got, again, pretty average stats, nothing out of the ordinary for the 3-star level. And he deals 210 damage to all enemies, and all enemies receive 216 bleed damage over 4 turns, and all enemies get minus 34 defense for 4 turns. This one's interesting because I don't like his class. I don't really like his look as much as some of the others, and I'm not too keen on his special because I know that there are a lot of other slow heroes in the 3-star, especially in red. I mean, you could put somebody like the 3-star slow hero from Valhalla, whose name escapes me right now, Sudri. You could put Sudri in if you're in rush in red, and he just does the job probably a heck of a lot better than Rufus would. So Rufus, mate, you look tired. You look like you've been chopping too much wood today. I think you just need to go and lay down and have a nice rest by the fire. Not so keen on Rufus. He's overshadowed, I would say, by some of the other heroes, and potentially they need a rethink. I think his special should have been at average speed, to be fair. The minus 34 defense is good. If there's one thing I can say about his skill, 210 damage to all enemies is pretty good as well. But the overall damage and the overall defense down. I mean, if you pop someone like Trevel in on rush, he's going to be doing a lot more at the same speed. So yeah, I like dogs. I like Rufus, but yeah, I'm sorry, mate. You're going to have to wait for now. So that pretty much does it for the hero breakdowns for these new heroes. I'm super excited about them. I couldn't even wait to do my pulls. I did some pulls earlier and I did get Waddles, but I didn't get any of these other gorgeous looking 5-star heroes. Sorry, Toto. But yeah, I wish you guys all of the best in your summons. Please do like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in the next video.